When I was 24, my middle son was diagnosed with autism. We didn't know at the time, but 98% of his hearing was blocked by fluid. And so I'm sitting on the floor with my kids. And at this point, I became a stay-at-home mom once my son was diagnosed. And I had 3 under 5. And I'm rocking him and I'm just crying because I can't get him to calm down. And I'm like angry at God. And I'm just like, why? Because Caleb was the only child that I had prayed for. I prayed for him. Like my first son, I had him out of wedlock. My last son was a surprise as well. But Caleb, I prayed for him. Like I wanted him. So anyway, I'm sitting on the floor and I'm just like, God, why? Like, why did you allow me to beg for this child and then for him to have these challenges? Like, why? And I just remember weeping on the floor. And I sensed so strongly the Lord speak to me. And he was just like, why not? And then he said, for I know the plans that I have for Caleb, plans to prosper him and not to harm him. And that stood out so strongly in me. It took faith to get Caleb here, and it will take faith while he's here. If you know who Caleb was in the Bible, he was known for his faith. I named him Caleb before we ever knew anything about his diagnosis. Like the Lord gave me that name. And his middle name is Jude. And the book of Jude talks about contending for the faith. God was so clear to me about this baby and how much he was going to increase my faithfulness to God, that he didn't use it to destroy me, but he used it to produce good works in me, to produce faithfulness in me. Like I may not ever have a full answer of why God allowed Caleb to have autism or Fragile X syndrome. I may never know that. And I think what I've learned from that situation is that the Lord really does work all things out for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purpose. And it's not always the good that we want it to be, because in my mind, the good would be you would take autism away. Wow, you would take Fragile X syndrome away. But for God, he says the good is that I'm refining you and I'm making you more into the image of my son. That's what he's after.